In this video, I'm going to demonstrate column subtraction with regrouping. We're going to use deans to represent hundreds, tens, and ones. The first question that we're going to look at is 496 minus 277. I've set that out using column subtraction, and it's really important to make sure you line up the digits clearly and carefully so that the place value is correct. So firstly, we're going to build the number. So we need 400s, 100, 200, 300, 400, and 96. Let's check 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, and then 6. So 496, we need to take away 277. So if I look at the ones firstly, I've got 6 minus 7. Now I've got 6 ones here, I cannot take away 7, so that's where we need to use regrouping. So we're going to regroup one of our 10s for 10 ones. Now we're not using these ones, we need a separate set of 10 ones to regroup. So here's 10, let's line up and check that we've got enough. So we can see here that 10 ones is equal to 1 10. So instead of having 9 in the tens, we're going to regroup that 10. We're only going to keep 8 tens in the tens. I'll write that up here. And we're going to put the extra tens into the ones. So we have another 10 in the ones. So that means we've got 16 ones altogether. Now we've got 16 ones, then we can take away 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then we can then see 16 take away 7 is 9. We can see we have 9 ones left. So 16 take away 7 is 9. Now in the tens we have 8 tens and we're going to take away 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We don't need to regroup because there were enough tens for us to take away. So 8 take away 7 is 1. Then in the hundreds we had 4. We're taking away 2 of those hundreds. We have 2 hundreds left. 219. So we can see that 496 take away 277 equals 219. The next question we're going to look at is 418 minus 385. So first we need to build it. 418. 4 in the hundreds, 1 in the tens, and 8 in the ones. 418 minus 385. Now here we can see in the ones we need to do 8 take away 5, and that's fine because we can take away 5 from 8 and it leaves us with 3. So in the ones we can write 8 take away 5 equals 3. Now in the tens we have 1 10 and we need to take away 8 tens. We're not going to be able to do that straight away, so we need to regroup. So we're going to regroup one of the hundreds. And let's see what is equal to 100. How many tens will we need? It's going to be 10 tens. Let's check. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. Let's line that up. So we can see that 10 tens is equal to 100. So we're going to regroup one of those hundreds for 10 tens. We're going to add that to the 110 that's already there. Let me show you that on the column subtraction. So instead of having 400s, we'll keep 3 in the hundreds and put 1 into the tens. So we now have 11 tens. 10, 11. 11 tens. Now we can then take away 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And we can see that 11 take away 8 is 3. Now we have 3 hundreds minus 300. So we'll take away all of those hundreds. So 3 take away 3 equals 0. We don't need to write that in here. So we can see that the answer, 418 minus 385 equals 33. 3. 3 tens and 3 ones. The next question is 206 minus 148. So I've got 2 in the hundreds, 0 in the tens, and 6 in the ones. So 206 minus 148. Firstly, we need to take away 8 ones. Now, do we have enough ones to take away 8? No. So we're going to need to regroup one of our tens for 10 ones. When we come over to the tens, we can see, oh, we don't have any tens. So we're going to need to go all the way to the hundreds. So we're going to regroup one of these hundreds for 10 tens. 3, 20, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. Ooh. So you can see that 10 tens is equal to 100. So let's regroup that. Let's do that on the column subtraction. So instead of keeping 2 hundreds in the hundreds, we're going to just keep 1 in the hundreds and put 1 into the tens. So now we've got 10 tens instead of 0 tens. So now we can go back to here and think, right, okay, so we're trying to do 6, take away 8. Okay, so we need to regroup one of the tens for 10 ones. Let's check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we'll regroup one of the tens for these 10 ones and we'll add them to the 6 ones that were already there. So now, instead of having 10 tens, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 in the tens. And one of those tens has gone into the ones. So we have 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 ones. Now we can do 16 take away 8. We need to take away 6, 7, 8. And then left we'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And we know from our halves and doubles that 16 take away 8 will be 8. Now we have 9 tens take away 4 tens, so we can do that now. 10, 20, 30, 40. So 90 take away 40, and we can see that will leave us with 5 tens, 50. So 9 take away 4 is 5 in the tens. Now we have 100, we need to take away 100, so there'll be 0 in the hundreds. So we can see 206 minus 148 equals 58. The next question is 313 minus 135. So I've built that number 313. So firstly, we need to do 3 minus 5, right? We've only got 3 ones, so we're going to need to regroup one of these tens for 10 ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we've regrouped this 10 for these 10 ones. So on the column subtraction, we've regrouped this 10, so there's going to be 0 in the tens and 10 ones more into the ones. So we have 13 ones now minus 5. So now we can do that. So we can take away 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We can see how many ones are left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 13 take away 5 is 8. Now in the tens, we have 0 tens and we need to take away 3 tens. We're not going to be able to do that, so we need to regroup one of the hundreds. So we'll regroup this 100 for 10 tens. Let's see. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. So we can do 10 tens is equal to 100. So we regrouped one of the hundreds into these 10 ones. So we're going to keep 2 in the hundreds and 10 in the tens. So now we have 10 tens minus 3. So now we can take away 3 tens. We know that 10 take away 3 is 7. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. 10 take away 3 is 7 tens. Now we have 2 hundreds left. And we need to take away 1, which is fine, we can do that. 2 take away 1 is 1. So it's going to equal 178. And we can see that here with the deans. Now we're going to look at a couple more questions without using the deans. So we have 610 minus 384. 0 take away 4. There's not enough, so we need to regroup one of the tens. So we'll have 0 in the tens and put those 10 as ones into the ones place. So now we have 10 minus 4, which we can do. That is 6. Now we have 0 tens minus 8 tens. Right, so we're going to need to regroup. So we'll keep 5 in the hundreds and put one of those hundreds into the tens. So now we have 10 tens. Take away 8 tens is 2 tens. Now in the hundreds we have 5, take away 3, which is 2. So 5 hundreds, take away 3 hundreds equals 2 hundreds. So the answer is 226. The last question I'm going to show you here is 731 minus 294. So in the ones we have 1 take away 4. So we need to regroup some of the tens. So we'll keep 2 tens in the tens and put 1 10 into the ones. So now we have 11 ones. 11 take away 4 is 7. Now we have 2 in the tens minus 9 tens. So we're going to need to regroup some hundreds. So we'll keep 6 hundreds in the hundreds, put 1 in the tens. So now we have 12. So now we have 12 take away 9, which equals 3. Then we have 6 hundreds take away 2 hundreds equals 4 hundreds. So 731 take away 294 equals 437.